Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irma Pratiwi. Let me answer my final exam. The subject is Introduction to Research Method. So, number 1. First, numerical data versus verbal data. In quantitative, using numerical data, the data that is recorded on numbers to analyze research in data. Conversely, in qualitative, data analyzed in the form of description, not number. Second, presentative versus authoritative. In quantitative, the best sample is drawn, whereas in qualitative, it's assumed that there is no variation, so selected based on certain criteria. Third, one technique versus many different techniques of data gathering. In quantitative, the data use one technique, but in qualitative, the technique use more than one technique or various techniques. And four, one data gathering instrument versus many different instruments. In quantitative, only one data collection instrument is used. Otherwise, in qualitative research, data are taken from many different sources. The answer of number 2 is snowballing technique is a study that follow the process in a research object gradually from one cycle to another. Each cycle that features the step of data collection, analyzing data, drawing conclusion, and then the finding of the cycle are rebuilt according to the discoveries of subsequent cycle, until it didn't have to be reconstructed and become the end result. So, for example, researchers want to know why the Baduy people were not exposed to COVID-19. The researcher will have to stay there, do data collection until they finding the outcome in unpredictable time. Number 3A, naturalism is that the data in ethnographic research must be collected from a natural setting. The reason is to capture the character of human behavior that comes naturally and to explain event and social process in relation to the context in which they occur. B, understanding. So, to understand human behavior is different from the behavior of physical object. Researcher cannot merely on the answer given by the research subject to fix alternative or response, but they must interpret how the subject build and respond that reflect the character of their action and the institution of a freely constructed human being. And it's necessary to study the group culture that is being studied before one can proceed a legitimate explanation of the behavior of its member. C, discovery. The data must be assessed inductively or based on discovery. Okay, number 4A, simple random sampling. In simple random sampling technique, the sample is directly drawn randomly from the population. In this technique, each member of the population is given equal chance of being selected to become the members of the sample. The simple random sampling technique is the best technique in assuring the representativeness of the sample from the accessible population. B, systematic random sampling. It involves selecting subjects from a population list in a systematic rather than a random fashion. It is often done when all members of the population are named on a master list. From that list, names are chosen systematically. C. Stage random sampling. The stage sampling is also referred to as a random Decker sampling technique. Briefly, stage sampling is the use of some the random sampling method simultaneously in an effective and efficient study. In this case, one of the keys to be known is the existence of several different sampling methods used. Okay, number 5. First, conduct a product analysis to be developed. Second, develop an initial product. Third, expert validation and revision. Fourth, small-scale field trials and product revision. And the last, large-scale field trials and final product. Okay, thank you.